Now he needs a bounce. He's got that as well. What about the...
This is Jack Hayes, going for his third goal on debut. But who is he, and how did he get here? Well, if that's what you're asking, then you, my friend, are in the right place, as this is the story of Jack Hayes, the AFL's unluckiest player. Jack Hayes was born on the 6th of March 1996 and played his junior football for the Brinkworth Sporting Red Hill Football Club, 130 kilometres north of Adelaide, before moving to Woodville West Torrens' junior system, where he would make the South Australian under-18 team in 2014 that won the national competition. He would play in the SANFL reserves at Woodville West Torrens for the next 2 years until in 2017 he'd make his SANFL debut at 21 years of age. And he would play 20 games and kick 21 goals with an average of 12 disposals a game and 4.2 marks. His rise would only continue in 2018, kicking 38 goals, including a haul of 6 in the prelim final, and averaging 6 marks and 14.2 disposals a game. 2019 would see him play an additional 17 games, kicking 25 goals, with average marks increasing to 6.5 and disposals to 14.7. 2020 would obviously see the pandemic upend most of the season, but he's still impressed with the little opportunities available, kicking 16 goals in 15 games at a rate of 18 disposals per game and 5.9 marks per game. 2021, however, would see a breakout year for the now 24-year-old Hayes, who established himself as one of the premier players in the league, kicking 22 goals, leading the league in marks, contested marks, and this netted him a joint second place in the Margery Medal, the SANFL's Brownlow equivalent. He would continue to dominate come grand final day, with his Woodville West Torrens looking for a chance to win back-to-back premierships. He took 9 marks, 4 contested, 26 disposals, 5 tackles, 7 clearances and 12 hitouts, which resulted in him winning the Jack Oatey Medal, the Norm Swift equivalent, polling the maximum possible votes and leading his team to back-to-back premierships. So shortly after this, AFL teams would be knocking on the door at. Well, there was one club that came, you could say, knocking, St Kilda, and Jack was invited to train with the Saints in December, and on the 2nd of March 2022, Jack Hayes was signed by St Kilda as a pre-season SSP selection. And with Paddy Ryder still suffering from an Achilles injury, a chance is about to come up for the 25-year-old in round 1 on Friday night in front of 40k at Marvel Stadium against Collingwood. So, would he take the chance? Well, just watch and see.
And it does. Rear two, I reckon. Kick down the line to Marshall. Bosnick got it to the goalie. Pendlebury somehow
starting to get some heat on. Hayes. Nice touch ball from the big man. Must go through. Oh, good. 2 goals, Jack Hayes.
What about...
And here we are, going for his third on debut. So we're all caught up. But his career didn't just end here.
Butler touch. Got it to the big man. Jack.
This would result in him earning a Brownlow vote on debut. Hayes scored 127 Supercoach points on debut, which is incredible. He scored more than the other debutant in that game, who was talked about at least 10 times more, Nick Dacos. Rightly so, given all he has achieved in the following seasons though. He wouldn't manage to hit the scoreboard in his second game, however he did pick up 6 hitouts and 12 disposals. He would however manage to hit the scoreboard in his third game, kicking 1 goal, and he would not play in St Kilda's round 4 clash, but would return the following round to face the Gold Coast, netting a healthy 16 disposals and kicking 1 goal straight. However, as St Kilda ventured north along the Hume to face the Giants in a Friday night clash in Canberra, things were about to take a turn for the worse. Hayes would score a goal early on in the first quarter, but 26 minutes in, Jack Hayes would be taken off with a suspected injury, and 1 minute into the second quarter, he was subbed out using the then medical-only sub rule. For Hayes and the Saints, the worst fears were confirmed, as he was revealed to have ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament, or ACL, in his left knee, and would be out for the remainder of the season at minimum. In the pre-season of 2023, Hayes would suffer a foot injury that would set him back an additional 10 weeks. Now you might think that and say that's pretty unlucky, but in May, Jack Hayes would suffer another injury in the form of a hamstring strain, setting him back further and delaying his return to round 24 of that year up at the Gabba, where he would end up kicking a goal. You might be able to guess what I'm about to say, but yes, he was injured again, and he was sent to a specialist for a clean out of his knee and to address calf issues, missing out on a chance to play finals footy after Tim Membry was unavailable for selection. Hayes would miss the first few rounds of 2024 before making his return against North Melbourne in round 8, where he got 17 touches, 6 marks and 2 goals, in a performance that made many, including myself, believe that he was back and here to stay. He would play back-to-back games by featuring in the Saints squad to face Hawthorn, However, a less than impressive performance would see him dropped on the side and into the Zebras VFL side, where he would take 7 marks, kick 2 goals, and amass a total of 18 disposals and 101 fantasy points. However, he wouldn't play the next week, and a week after was ruled out for 6 weeks with yet another knee injury. But he'd make a return in round 20 of the VFL against Richmond, where he would show signs of promise, kicking 2 goals, taking 4 marks, and amassing 16 disposals. He would play the next week for Sandringham as well, kicking 1 goal and taking 3 marks. However, Sandringham would miss finals, and Hayes wouldn't be selected in the last few rounds of the AFL season for St Kilda, leaving the out-of-contract forward with clouds hanging over his future. In early October, it became known that he had undertaken a medical at Collingwood, driving rumours that he'd be heading there for 2025. However, this was not to be, as Collingwood showed interest and ended up picking up his teammate in Team Membry. Hayes would be offered a lifeline for his career, being re-signed by Woodville West Torrens in the SANFL in late November. And who knows, maybe he can get a good run of injuries and perform to the level of ability that we all know he can. Maybe he gets another shot at the AFL. We can only hope. He is a massive what-if in the history of a club full of what-ifs. Anyways, that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.